excited. I'm pumped to be here with one of the greatest, Dr. V. Dr. V is a world-renowned bariatric surgeon. As you all know, he's an incredible person, and I'm very lucky to be doing my first Facebook Live with him. My name is Romero, and I'm currently a nursing student. I will be graduating in May. I'm very excited, and then applying to a bachelor's program here at the University of New Mexico. So I'm very excited about that. Today, Dr. Vuong and myself are going to be talking about the experience that we've had with HGH. I personally started this product a month ago and it changed my life. I'm going into finals feeling like a superhuman. I feel like a super mom daily. I'm cleaning the house. I'm getting my homework done. I have this massive amount of energy, and it's something that I've never experienced before. I'm a person who, before taking HGH, I needed a nap every single day, at least 25-minute nap every day, and I am so excited to say that I finally found something that's helping me skip those naps, that's giving me energy. I'm going up on the motivation. It's really been incredible. So I'm very happy to be here today again. Like I said, I'm glad I'm not nervous, and we're going to share some incredible information with you all.
All right. So first of all, a good place to start is what the heck is HGH? That would have been a good question.
Yeah.
All right. So who knows what HGH is? Anybody? Put it in the comment section. Do you know what HGH is? Do you think anyone knows? Oh boy, no one really knows.
It's the golden.
Why don't you tell them what it is? What does HGH stand for?
HGH is a human growth hormone, and it is...
Well, that's actually what it stands for. So HGH stands for human growth hormone.
Yes.
Okay, human growth hormone. So it's a naturally occurring hormone that's produced in your body. And do you know where it's produced in the body?
In your pituitary gland.
Oh, right here, your pituitary gland. That's right. That's right. It's produced in your pituitary gland, so it's naturally occurring. And human growth hormone is what makes little kids grow up into beautiful young ladies and adults like you.
And you.
Oh, well, thank you. So it's naturally occurring, and it's responsible for production of, bone growth. Thank you, bone growth, and muscle mass. So it adds muscle. And how does it add muscle? It reduces fat. So it takes the fat out from your body and uses those energies to build your lean muscle. So unfortunately, around the age of 25, by your mid-20s and early 30s, your production of human growth hormone goes down, starts to decrease. By the time you're an old geezer like me, 45, I only have about 20% HGH production left. By the time you're over 50, it's almost zero, right? So one of the things that we try to do in Next Level Up here is we're going to talk about how to take your weight loss journey up to the next level. So if you're experiencing a decrease in your HGH, you might be experiencing things like tiredness, belly fat, right? You're going to lose muscle mass, so you're getting weaker, lower energy, and really disturbed sleep cycle, right? Those are all signs that you're suffering from possibly low human growth hormone, okay? So Erica, do you know, so we're getting a lot of comments about human growth hormone and why, if it's natural, why is it bad for athletes and things like that? Do you know the difference? Or?
So yes, what I've been told is athletes go and they get the injections. Not only are the injections extremely costly, they have an enormous amount of HGH going into the system. So the product that we're using here is a microdose of HGH. It's a real steady, slow growth. It's a gel, so you put it on your skin, and it takes about 5 minutes to enter in your bloodstream, and it's a microdose. So that right there is the key, Dr. Vuong. It's a microdose. It's not that big injection of HGH.
So I want to take a step back, because there's a lot of confusion, because we use the word steroids like it's like a big catch-all phrase, and it's not quite accurate. It's kind of like saying I had weight loss surgery. Well, okay, did you have the sleeve, or did you have a bypass? What did you have? Or did you have an old surgery called a vertical banded gastroplasty, right? So it's very different. So, but in the layman's term, people say, oh, he's on steroids or using steroids or whatever. That's not quite accurate, okay? So a more accurate term is something called anabolic steroids. Anabolic means it's like building up, so it's muscle building. as opposed to the other term, catabolic, which means breaking down. Now, my patients in my tribe are watching me. They're familiar because they've heard me use the word catabolic. So one of the things that happen when you have weight loss surgery is immediately after surgery and as you're recuperating, you're really catabolic, mostly because there's some hormonal issues, but also because you're just not consuming enough calories to build up the muscle growth. So we do a lot of supplementation and things like that. So a better term other than just saying steroids would be, say, anabolic steroids. But the problem is when we say anabolic steroids, now everybody gets it in their mind about performance-enhancing drugs, right? So athletes and weightlifters and things like that. So it's automatically a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. So a better way to say it is to say anabolic androgen steroid, which means it gives you the male factors, right? So when you're talking about athletes using androgen steroids or PEDs, the steroid they're really talking about is testosterone, mm-hmm. because it's androgen. It's like making you more manly, right? Manly. And but we're not talking about testosterone. We're talking about human growth hormone. So testosterone in men is produced in their...
What was that? Testosterone in their testes.
I got her. Did you see that? I got her embarrassed. I got her to say testes. But yeah, so testosterone is made in the testicles in men, and in women it's actually made in the
ovaries.
Ovaries. That's right, in the ovaries. Okay. But remember, human growth hormone is produced in the pituitary, so it's a completely different hormone. So don't get confused. We're not talking about steroids. And HGH, yes, some athletes have tried to use it to improve their performance, and that's why it's really a banned substance. But they're taking mega doses, right? Mega doses. As just regular people who want to have better life and better quality of life, we do things like we take vitamins.
Yes.
Do you take vitamins a day?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
I know.
I do take a woman's multivitamin.
You take a woman's multivitamin? I don't. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. But people do that, right? Your doctors recommend taking a vitamin. In the weight loss community, they're always talking about getting enough protein, right? Proteins is to help your body function properly. So when we're talking about supplementation with human growth hormone, it's to help improvement of your body and make you feel better. So you want to get the benefits without the side effects,
yes.
Right?
So I want to stop you and I want to talk to you about vitamins and what I recently learned both in school and out of school about taking vitamins orally is that it passes your gut. Mm-hmm. So I've heard that there's an HGH product that you can take orally as well.
Won't work.
The problem is, it's not going to work because you're digesting all that. It's going through your gut, it's passing, and this product I'm actually getting it because I'm getting it through the skin.
So human growth hormone is actually an amino acid, and to get it, they used to have to take it from the pituitary gland of corpses, right? Because there are some medical conditions where human growth hormone is really beneficial, like dwarfism and small stature and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So the only way that people who were suffering from things like that could get HGH was from a corpse, and it was very expensive to extract. Well, around 1981 to 1985, they were able to synthetically produce HGH, so it became more widely available. But they were using it to treat these medical conditions, and unfortunately, they got kind of classified as performance-enhancing drugs from athletes and performance people, but anyway, yes. So the formulations. So for about the last 25 years, they've been trying to figure out different ways of giving you HGH without injections, because that was the way that you'd have to get it from a doctor or clinic and get it injected, through a prescription. And so they've been trying different methods, pills, sprays, sublingual, formulations, patches. And what we do know is that the amino peptide does not survive the gut transit. So in other words, the product, if you use a HGH spray or a pill or a tablet, it gets broken down in your digestion, never makes it to your bloodstream. So you want the HGH in your bloodstream, so the best way is to get it through your skin. Mm-hmm. So that's called transdermal. So I guess that's it. I mean, that's the safest and best way to get your HGH in small doses.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Questions? Do we have any questions there, Dr. Vuong?
You want to take some questions?
Let's
All
take
right,
some
it's your show. You tell me. It's your first Facebook Live. Yeah.
Take questions. I have a lot of people talking and
All right.
asking me questions, and I think it's a perfect time to get them answered by you and
Yeah.
some of our group that's on Facebook Live with us.
Yeah, Sylvia Ramos, I'm on testosterone cream. See, that's another good example right there. So I was actually going to talk about this because people are kind of like nervous about human growth hormone as a supplement. But the biggest craze this last year was low T. Have you seen those? Who's got low T? Low T. Anyone know what's low T? Low testosterone. See, we were talking about low T all the time. And that's the actual steroid that is banned when you're talking about performance-enhancing drugs, it's testosterone. Mm-hmm. And we're using it all the time now. You see it on commercials and stuff, replacing men and their low T. And now they're talking about women and their low T also. You know why? Do you know why?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't know why.
Where does estrogen come from?
Estrogen comes from our ovaries.
Testosterone. Yeah, it gets converted. So, so we don't have the same sort of like anger and anguish about low T because it's become commercially accepted. But this product, human HGH, is newer, and so people are a little bit more confused about the steroids. I hope that was a great question, Sylvia. So I hope that makes some sense. Hillary Holland wants to know, can I get this gel in Australia? Answer is?
No, not yet.
Not yet. They're hoping to. See, here's another one. Mariah McCutchen is on testosterone. That's a lady. Mm-hmm. Amy Korn Rivas, HGH is prescription only, so how can this be sold? Go ahead.
So HGH is no longer prescription only. So
well, only in heavy doses.
In heavy doses,
yeah.
Yes. You can get the microdose through us. I will put my website there on the comments, and you can go check it out, and you can order a bottle directly. It'll be shipped to you at your home.
A lot easier. My friend Michelle Bleach, awesome. Congratulations on your nuptials. She wants to know, can HGH cause or contribute to avascular necrosis, especially in a person who already has it from heavy prednisone prescriptions?
You're the doctor.
Oh, okay. You told me to take questions. I was just taking questions. So, Michelle Bleach, very smart lady. So the answer is not in these low doses. So it's not a steroid like prednisone is. So you should not have those same sort of effects as avascular necrosis, which is a terrible, terrible complication from taking chronic steroids, by the way. All right. Let's see who else got some other questions. Amanda Martin, is this product something to help with the endocrine system? I have a thyroid issue and also produce too many androgens and testosterone due to PCOS. That's a complicated question. You really need to have your different hormone levels checked by a specialist, an endocrinologist. PCOS has become like a catch-all phrase. I know it means polycystic ovarian syndrome, but it shows itself in central obesity, inability, sterility issues, fertility issues, unwanted hair growth on women, things like that. And I think a lot of doctors have seen that kind of catch-all, and they assign that to people. You really should test the hormone levels to really know. All right. Here we go. Sylvia Ramos, I buy testosterone cream for $50, kind of expensive for me. I'm 64 years old. You know, price point's an issue for sure. And when you're talking about this transdermal formulation, it's much simpler. You do it at home. You don't have to have a doctor's visit. And injections of HGH will be in upwards of $1,000. Mm-hmm. So this is much more affordable. And you do it at home without doctor because the prescription is very low. Oh, this cream also has something about the FDA. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes, so it's the first ever FDA registered over-the-counter HGH product. So that's what really caught my attention. When I heard that, I was like, hey, and this will be easier for me to tell other people, and they can trust in it that it is FDA registered. One thing I wanted to talk about too is I had an individual from Nutrisystem, and that is a vitamin shop here locally. And when one of my teammates talked about HGH with them, the first thing they asked her is if the HGH was like that testosterone cream, because apparently if you put it on your skin and you have small children and you go touch your small children, apparently it was transferring over to the small children, something like that. So I went ahead and I asked my top line about that. I said, if I am using this HGH, I currently have a 2-year-old little girl, am I going to put her at risk of holding her and getting that HGH? And the answer was no. It takes 5 minutes. It'll go directly into your skin. So what I do as a mother, rather, they tell you to put it on the thin areas of your skin. So you can put it on your wrist. You can put it behind your knee. You can put it on your fold here on your arm. So I put it here, or I put it behind my knee, because I know that that's not going to be in contact, even if I need to get her 5 minutes before it gets into my system.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, BJ Barton, why do I need this over other supplements that promise the same thing?
Excuse me, what was that?
Why do you need this supplement over other supplements that promise the same thing? The answer to that for me, BJ, is that your body naturally produces HGH. You're getting actual HGH because it's been FDA tested from this company. And so you're not getting a precursor hormone. You're actually getting exactly what your body produces. That's number one. Number two, it's very different than like a berry from the rainforest or some root from a desert that you don't really know what the effects will be. This is a naturally occurring product, and it's been well studied. The effects are well known. The pathways are well known. So that's, for me, that makes much more sense. So I've been on the product for about 6 weeks. Feel great, doing a good job. But that's what I'm doing. So for all of y'all who are watching me, remember the Next Level Up, the show, I'm going to be biotesting my own body. So I'm trying the HGH cream. I've got cryotherapy. I'm going to try intermittent fasting coming up. That's really hot. So the next hot dieting trend. All right, y'all pay attention. The next hot dieting trend is going to be intermittent fasting. All right, and they're going to try to combine it with a ketogenic diet. That is 65. You got colon cancer, so I'm at risk for cancer myself, and I don't want to take a product that's going to increase my risk for cancer, right? But I can't find anything in the literature that's going to support or refute cancer risk. And I think it's really funny. People get tied up. I'll give you an example, right? People worry about these little things, but they still smoke, right? And smoking is your number one thing for cancer, right? Let's say you don't smoke. Well, do you eat meat? Do you eat bacon? You know, bacon is classified as a carcinogen. Smoked meats. Do you eat luncheon meats? Your risk of getting cancer from bacon and smoked meats and luncheon meats is much higher, right? So let's put everything into perspective, right? Now, this HGH at this micro dosing level should only give you the benefit. Now, I can't promise that. I'm a doctor. I know I'm a doctor. I'm not making any medical claims, all right? I got to say that very clearly. I'm not making any medical claims. I'm not your doctor. Check with your doctor. But in my mind, the dosing is so low that you probably not going to have much cancer risk, right? That if you're uncomfortable with it, don't take it, right? But at the same time, are you eating red meat? Because if you're eating red meat, you're at a huge risk for colon cancer, which is what my dad had, which, as y'all know, is one of the reasons why I gave up beef for my birthday last October, right? Because it's bad for the environment, it's cruelty to animals, but it's also a major contributor to colon cancer, which is what my dad had. So anyway, we just put things in perspective, right? That was some pretty serious, heavy talk right there. Let me give you some more Dr. V predictions before we sign off, okay? So HGH is going to be the next supplement that you guys are going to hear about. Number one. Number two, intermittent fasting combined with a ketogenic diet is going to be the next food craze you're going to go through. Number three, after HGH, you're going to start hearing about IV vitamins. It's going to be super hot IV vitamins. But the thing that's right on the horizon is going to be stem cell injections. So not platelet injections, but stem cells, actual stem cell injections. So I'm gonna be exploring all of that with y'all in future episodes.
Yeah.
Cool beans? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your questions. Love you very much. See you soon.